In this screencast, I will be explaining the decisions in making the PSA Billboard for Business Rating 313. The image I chose for this billboard is a picture of two dead salmon, whose deaths were actually caused by a dam on the Columbia River. I chose a picture with just two fish so that it allows the audience to look in detail at the dead fish on the rocks. I decided to give the fish in the bottom right-hand corner the one with the speech bubble rather than the one in the top left because you can see the detail better in the one on the right. The speech bubble also would have been too crowded with the text over here. Because the audience for this PSA is members of the Moscow community, I chose to use the phrase, "Free the snake, save our salmon." Members of the community would recognize the snake as the Snake River because it is one of the main rivers in Idaho. I used the word "our" instead of "the" to make viewers of the billboard feel more responsible for the death of the salmon. I chose white font so that it stands out in the dark background. The font I chose for "Free the Snake, Save the Salmon" looks similar to the font for Orvis, which is a well-known business that sells fly fishing gear. Orvis is also known for donating 5% of the profits to protecting nature. The font for the talking bubble is more recognizable as a font that would appear in a book, so it seemed more appropriate for the dialogue of the PSA. I used black for the speech bubble and white for the font in the speech bubble because the white stands out, so I wanted to draw attention to the text. If the speech bubble was white, it would draw more attention from the audience than the fish or the text, so I tried to avoid that. It also made more sense to keep one color of font because I have two different types of font, so I didn't want there to be too much going on. I limited the amount of text on the PSA billboard because billboards usually appear on highways where people in cars would have to understand the message and meaning within a few seconds. The combination of the dead fish and the pun, "dam," references to how salmon are dying because dams are upsetting their migration patterns. This creates a dark humor that will hopefully be memorable to the audience. The choices I made for the image, font, colors, and text were all very purposeful and were made to evoke a certain kind of emotion from the Moscow community audience. Thanks for listening.